The new GMC Sierra is just around the corner. That's not really a secret anymore. Still, General Motors is keeping the official details locked down for as long as possible. That's the playbook. But no matter how hard they try, little hints always slip out. Spy photographers have already caught the first test mules out on public roads, wrapped head to toe in camouflage. And even through all that cladding, you can notice some things. We're also getting early signs about what could be hiding under the hood. Nothing confirmed yet, but there's more than enough to start connecting the dots. Stay with us, because in the next few minutes, we'll cover everything we know so far about the all-new 2027 GMC Sierra, based on those fresh spy shots and the latest insider chatter. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure. New engines. First details. General Motors made a loud statement with that $888 million investment into new powertrain facilities. That's a company admitting it needs to fix something, and fix it properly. The current V8s did solid work for years, but the wave of lifter failures and DFM-related issues shook a lot of fans. When truckers lose trust, it's hard to win them back. This investment is clearly aimed at rebuilding that confidence. The next generation Sierra is expected to introduce two fresh V8 units, a 5.7 and a 6.6 liter. So far, only one configuration has been confirmed, and it points to the larger 6.6 pushing right around 500 horsepower. That puts it squarely in serious work truck territory. But there's still a big problem to be solved: dynamic fuel management, the system that caused a lot of frustration. Even owners who never had a failure started second-guessing it. And once doubt creeps in, it spreads fast. If GM keeps DFM, even in a revised form, they're taking a risk. Even if it's technically fixed, the damage to reputation is already there. Dropping it entirely would send a strong message that they're listening, not just tweaking. For a truck as important as the Sierra, that decision could matter just as much as horsepower numbers. Redesign. What we see on test mules. At first glance, the 2027 Sierra doesn't look like it's chasing some wild new identity. The spy shots show a front end that sticks with a familiar grille shape, still bold and upright, split by that signature bar that ties the high-mounted daytime running lights together. Look closer, and you'll notice the lighting layout is evolving. The main headlight units now sit lower, tucked beneath slim DRLs. It gives the front fascia a sharper, a bit more layered look. Around the back, it's classic Sierra practicality. The integrated side steps are still molded into the rear bumper. If you've ever loaded tools or climbed into the bed in work boots, you know how useful those are. Then there's the exhaust. Square, quad-tipped outlets suggest the company still wants this truck to look tough and planted, especially on higher trims. Underneath is where GMC stayed conservative. The spy shots confirm a solid rear axle setup, not a multi-link suspension like you'll find under some full-size SUVs. That tells you everything about priorities. This is still a truck-first platform. Durability, towing stability, payload confidence are the priorities. A solid axle might not win comfort arguments on paper, but when there's real weight in the bed or a trailer behind you, it's the setup that makes sense. Release date and price update. General Motors is clearly flexing right now, but they're not laying all the cards on the table just yet. And that's smart. When you're about to roll out such major changes as new engines and updated design, the last thing you want is giving Ford or Stellantis extra time to fine-tune their response. The test mules we've seen aren't rough early prototypes anymore. These trucks look close to production spec. That usually means one thing: the reveal isn't far off. At this pace, a full debut by the end of 2026 makes the most sense. Production would likely follow shortly after, with the all-new Sierra hitting dealerships soon after the premiere. If you're planning to upgrade, it might be time to start budgeting. And yes, expect the price to climb. That $888 million investment into new powertrain facilities isn't going to pay for itself. Development, tooling, new components, it all adds up. But pricing alone won't define this launch. What really matters is whether GM can win back the trust that took a hit over the past years. If these new trucks deliver stronger reliability and fewer headaches, buyers will come back. And if that happens, sales and profits could take off in a big way. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure.